Liane Hernandez, YWCA Southern Arizona.
Thank you all for being here. So I've been asked to share some thoughts today and this final day of the American Express Leadership Academy cohort 14. Lucky 14. We are the last cohort of this iteration, so we win. I'm coming from a baby sister, so I know of what I speak. Just kidding. We all win, don't we? On behalf of this final cohort of this iteration, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who is here today for your support, your time, and the space really needed to do this work. My name is Liane Hernandez, and I wonder, full stop. At the age of 50, I finally feel completely okay introducing myself as such. I wonder. I learned that in this simple introduction is enough to get the conversation started. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have been selected for this academy, to explore with my fellow cohort, and to be able to undertake with trained and dedicated coaches, instructors, peers, and my fellow members. I had the tremendous opportunity to work with Brian Woods. It was through him that I was able to really connect with some concepts that we as a cohort could explore. He had quizzes and resources for all of us to work with, but it was in our small group and one-on-one where he really shone because of the amount of care he showed us. And to my friends and co-explorers in this program, thank you. Thank you for showing up here each month, ready and able, as much as you could, to take it all in. There's been so much to consider and to digest over these last 9 to 10 months about what it means to be a leader. Whether in the nonprofit or the philanthropic sector, we started to recognize the difficult importance of relationships. The critical importance of relationships, courage, vulnerability, and self-care. How we need to care for ourselves before we can do that for anyone else. My sisters have been trying to teach me that my entire life, so thanks. That was a really hard lesson for me. And so I know that we all did a lot of work. All I can say is today that I see you. I feel connected to you, and I understand how valuable it is to have this larger network to do this work in. Each and every one of you are doing such incredible work, and more importantly, you are such wonderful, funny, and talented people. And I'm really glad to know. A bit under a year ago, my boss and mentor, Magdalena Verdugo, encouraged me to find some training where I could explore my own leadership. You see, for the last 8 of the 9 years, I have had the opportunity to work alongside folk here at the YWCA Southern Arizona. It's in Tucson. And based on that experience, I already knew that we are leaders, that our community is potential for leadership, yeah? We're leaders in our own lives, but how we show up in that wisdom and then in that knowing is not always sure-footed or brave. We need to skill up. We need to find our people and build our confidence, not merely to supervise, but to lead. Lead from knowing, compassion, and vision, and in my case, as it was revealed, deep curiosity. So what this academy and these graduates have helped teach me and others and each other is that there is always more to learn and explore about how we show up and what we bring to the table. I've always believed that I'm a leader, but often I felt like the tools, the gifts, my ways of knowing and thinking, and the skills that I possess were not valuable or the right ones. So cue that internal battle, right? That imposter feeling and the undermining that ensues. I think a lot of us might have that intrinsic knowing, but also that accompanying doubt that keeps us from seeing ourselves as fully capable and right for whatever comes next. In this academy, I met colleagues, friends, and people I want to be like. And together our teams explored really important ideas, and we bore witness to transformation. But I want to remind you all that everybody wants the rose, but rarely do we ask the seed if she's ready to transform. It hurts sometimes. It makes us question everything we once were and what we knew. Yet in the end, well, I see this garden when I look out at these humans that I call friends. I know that Arizona will be better because y'all are doing the work that you do in the community with youth, in housing, through creating shelters for the most vulnerable, in advocacy with women and girls, with the undocumented, in foster care, in social services, in communities of faith, in justice work, in the arts, and as cultural workers, with our indigenous brothers and sisters, in corrections, with funders, and in philanthropy. We tell and advocate so that we're more safe, more resourced, and better connected. And we are better leaders because we heard each other's stories and continue to support each other as we move into the next phase of our lives and our careers. So on behalf of the 14th cohort of the American Express Academy, I want to thank all the coaches who helped us get all we could and helped us see ourselves a little more clearly in the process. Of course, a huge, huge thank you to Cassidy and to Jill, without whose passion, belief, and resolve this entire project could never have arrived. And to all the folk at the Lodestar Center, thank you so much for what you do. The nonprofit and philanthropic sector touches the lives of so many Arizonans and in myriad ways, and we need to keep training and scaling up to meet the challenges of now. We need to learn the lessons of yesterday and co-create a more just and better Arizona for the future. Because what we know is that it's not enough to have a heart for the work, or even the wisdom from the field and the front lines. Rather, we must continue to invest in the education and improve skill sets of these leaders to transform stubborn systems and ways of knowing and ways of working that really betray our very humanity. We have a lot of work to get there, but I know that we have the relationships that will make way for a better future. And what a skilled, brave, nimble leader to help our teams. And to you, our guests and champions, all of our families, colleagues, community who probably heard quite a lot about yellow, blue, green, and red this year, or who sat in utter astonishment as I personally proclaimed, I'm a conceptual thinker. I see you, Rose Hurwitz, sitting there saying, duh. I just want to say to everyone, this is my big sister and my inspiration. And who, along with my forever father, Stephen Hurwitz, is my hero.
Aww.
And because of them, I am.
Aww.
And just thank goodness for this academy. These lessons on self-care, systems of knowing, leadership hacks, technologies, problem solving, relationship cultivation, and how to support the folk that report to us. And who we have the great and good fortune to work alongside. These nuggets and nudges to show up more ourselves, more authentically, to lead ourselves and our organizations wherever we end up, from a more fuller place, a place of learning, a place of knowing, and a place of possibility for change. It is nothing short of amazing. I think at times we may have learned more in our post-class happy hours, perhaps, because that's when we had the chance to relax and laugh with so many folk. And so I'm really thankful for those memories, and I look forward to them. Sarah, get to work. So, like my favorite philosopher and sage, Dr. Seuss, once said, "Oh, the places you will go." And I can't wait to bear witness to the remarkable contributions of this cohort and all that we will continue to make. My fellow grads, leaders, friends, and inspired superheroes, I wonder about all the places we will go and transform, because now matters and we are enough. So I'm incredibly proud of each of you for completing this course of study, for being friends, And I hope that we can keep meeting and sharing ideas and learnings through this network that we're now a part of. Cohort 14, as we discussed earlier today, to whom much is given, much is required. We have skills and connections, and now is our time to share all we have learned, to keep pushing ourselves and our organizations into the next best thing. Thank you for your work and commitment to the people, the animals, the environment, and the future of Arizona. Big love to you all.